Well, you know what they say? It's 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon somewhere in the world, and that means it's time to crack on with a bit of football. We've got a couple of postponed games from last week to catch up with, including league leaders PWSV, currently on top of the table with a game in hand. After that, we've got a fresh round of classic style matches for all of our teams, and then our second full round of games today will be another brand new makeshift Marble Runs football format, this time testing our team's dribbling skills. But before that, the first of our two free kick shootouts. This one's between Canna Corinthians and Real Madrid. Join the action at the beginning of this match, and it's a torrid start for both of our teams, neither of them even making the keeper work with their first shots coming off the wall. Canna Corinthians force a solid save with their second, but it's Real Madrid who break the deadlock. They lob the keeper like a peach. Canna Corinthians continue to struggle, they just can't get it in from any angle. But what a hit from Real Madrid, the definition of power over placement. Straight down the middle, but it knocks the keeper off his feet and into the back of the net. Just a little reminder for the forgetful amongst you how this game works. Each team gets 5 free kicks from 5 different places around the pitch. Whoever scores the most number of goals wins, and whoever wins, wins. This last one is an indirect free kick, which is why they're having to team up, but that doesn't do much for Canna Corinthians. They could have had all 10 on that ball and they still wouldn't have scored. Not much better from Real Madrid, but they won't mind because they still win this game 2-0. It's time now for the fiercely contested red and white striped football marble rivalry between River Plate and PWSV. Neither team has ever lost this fixture and they're not going to want to start now. There's also never been a draw in this fixture, so we're guaranteed to see some records shattered today. River Plate with the better start there, 2 up, but PWSV pull one back with a scintillating finish. The keeper got a quiff to it, but it wasn't enough to keep it out. He relies on the wall this time round to deny River Plate, but he's back in action with a fine stop to deny PWSV this time. Onto the long shots, everybody struggled with these and River Plate can't get it past the wall. PWSV do, but there's no spillage from the keeper this time. He knocks it onto the post. And I must say, this defence have looked much harder to beat today than they were last week. River Plate hit the crossbar with their final shot. That means PWSV have one last chance to rescue a point, and they do! A solid finish wins them a solid point as this game finishes 2-2. That means that PWSV extend their lead at the top of the table to be on points rather than simply goal difference, while River Plate join the horde of teams who are just 1 point behind them and nipping at their heels. Let's see if anyone can close the gap as we move on to a round of classic style matches. Now, this is the game that looks most like a football match as each team simply tries to score goals in the goals that they're supposed to score goals in. So here we've got Montpellier shooting to the right and River Plate shooting to the left. They both score, but it's Montpellier who get 2. In fact, they get 3. They win this game 3-1 and River Plate were all over the place. I would say that defending was shoddy, but that would be a kindness. Ooh, tss, burn, as the internet would say. Next up, Inter taking on Canna Corinthians. And the woes continue for Canna Corinthians today. They lose again, 2-1 this time to Inter. Next up, 2 strugglers, LA Alexi and Gravitract Ardenex. I think they currently occupy the bottom 2 spaces. And nothing much is going to change here as they grind to a 0-0 draw. But look at that sterling defence from LA Alexi, fighting off 2 late challenges to keep the score 0-0. League leaders PWSV in action once again, but they're taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach. They're only a point behind at the beginning of this match, but they're going to be 2 points ahead by the end of it as they take the win 3-1. And you must say Borussia look the strongest team in this format. They've won every single one of their classic games so far. A big game for team captain Cristiano Ronaldo as he takes on his former club Real Madrid with his former club Manchester United. But this game was so one-sided, every single marble ended up in the Manchester United half. Real Madrid win 2-0, and I can already see Cristiano crying into his shin pads. That puts Madrid joint top with Milan and Mönchengladbach as we go into our final round of matches for today. And it's another brand new creation brought to you by your friends here at Makeshift Marble Runs. Aren't we kind? The concept is quite simple. Our two teams roll down this chute and try to dribble their way past our subbuteo team to score at the other end. Kicking us off is two of our top teams. Milan have struggled here, and PSV have scored 2. They take the win 2-0. Next up, the Battle of the South Americas. Argentinian River Plate take on Brazilian Cana Corinthians. And you can see some fine Latin flair as these marbles dance their way round the defenders, and the final score is 2-1 to the Brazilians, Cana Corinthians. There is no messing around here from Mönchengladbach as they shoot straight down the centre. They get the early goal, but they're struggling to convert the other two. Meanwhile, Montpellier pull this one back and they win this game 2-1. Just goes to show this game is not about pace and it's not about power. It's about precision dribbling. And Montpellier do that très bonly. These two teams lacking any kind of precision, let alone pace nor power. Nor indeed passion, nor purpose, nor promise, nor anything else I can think of beginning with P, apart from points of which they earn each. Our final game finishes with yet another comprehensive win for Real Madrid and yet another comprehensive defeat for LA Galaxy. And that further consolidates their place at either end of this table, which we can see now is really beginning to take shape. I bet you cannot wait to come back next week and see what happens then. And I'll let you into a little secret. We cannot wait to have you. Come back soon. Marry me. Bye!